So California, France, and Mexico could bankrupt Elon Musk. That's summed up today's video, and frankly, Musk is getting hit from all sides, and there are no reach-arounds. Let's go over some of the details of this stuff and jump right in. So headline, Tesla to fight California's claim it overhypes autopilot. So this has been something that Tesla's been doing quite a long time, basically false advertising, telling everyone how awesome their technology is, etc. But it's not necessarily true, as you guys know. And California could hit really, really hard and basically remove their license to sell in California. So that is major. Let's read some details of this stuff. It says, Tesla is set to face off with California Department of Motor Vehicles over claims that the company has exaggerated the capabilities of its autopilot and full self-driving technology and misled consumers, right? That's what Tesla does. The stakes are high at a 5-day hearing in Oakland starting Monday, so today, because the regulators is seeking to suspend or revoke Tesla's dealer license, which permits it to sell vehicles in the most populous state. Think about that, guys. So if Tesla can't sell in California, I mean, that really, really ruins the company. Already, though, they're facing major backlash from people who would normally buy his cars, and essentially sales are tanking. And then you can't even sell in California. That would really crush him immediately. The hearing before an administrative agency judge comes as Elon Musk electric vehicle maker is in the middle of a jury trial in Miami. So yeah, there's another one, this would be Florida, over whether autopilot is partly to blame for a 2019 collision involving a distracted Tesla Model S driver that killed a pedestrian. So you have to understand that, yes, we make jokes about Elon and this kind of stuff, but these are real people's lives on the line. You put dangerous technology out there that doesn't work, and they lie about their technology, and that's why you would lose your licenses over this kind of stuff, which I completely agree with California. What else does California say here? The California regulator says Tesla violated state law by making, quote, untrue or misleading statements in 2021 and 2022, while advertising its vehicles with advanced driver assistance systems, including describing the features as being, quote, able to conduct short and long distance trips with no action required in the driver's seat. So that is a misleading statement, or what's the word they say? I guess you could say false, violated, untrue. That's untrue how they phrase it. An amendment complaint by the DMV filed in November 2023 said Tesla vehicles equipped with driver assist technology, quote, could not at the time of those advertisements and cannot now operate as autonomous vehicles. So basically false advertising. We'll see if they lose their license. This will be going on this week. They also got this one too. They're getting hit by France. Basically, hey, are you getting involved in our politics? Are you manipulating the algorithm? Are you promoting right-wing kind of stuff, right? X slams French criminal probe over alleged algorithm manipulation. And what's up with this? French prosecutors said in a statement on July 11th that they had opened the investigation into X after looking into reports raised in January from a lawmaker and an unnamed top official that claimed the social network was allegedly interfering in elections and other political issues. In that statement, the Paris prosecutor said it was investigating whether X had engaged in tampering with the functioning of an automated data processing system, or the fraudulent extraction of data. You got that. You're also dealing with Mexico is mad at Musk companies, which I completely understand. If Musk is blowing up rockets over, your country and debris falling, you don't want that. Mexico threatens to sue Musk's SpaceX over contamination from exploding rockets, and that was last month. This month, the recent news now is, and this is sort of why Musk tries to partner up with people in the government. I guess now we're going to be dropping debris over Hawaii. So if you live in Hawaii, let me know if this is big news in your neck of the woods, because we do have some people who watch the channel that are in Hawaii. FAA allows SpaceX to drop Starship rocket bits on sacred Hawaiian island. Geez, exactly what I want. So I'm making jokes, of course. I don't want this. Inside, Elon Musk plan to rain SpaceX rocket debris over Hawaii's pristine waters. So, this is something that you have to understand from Elon Musk's point of view. He always tells you guys, we're going to Mars. We're so awesome, and we're going to build all these great cities. And he promises you, oh yes, your car is going to drive you from LA to New York. You don't have to do anything. And now we're going to have all of these awesome robots. They're going to be great. Now we're going to get AI that's even greater. And he's been shuffling money around his various companies. And I think a lot of this boils down to declining sales over at Tesla. And they also have basically burning through cash over at Twitter and losing advertisers. They just lost their CEO. Tesla keeps losing execs. I think they lost like their North American HR person, so they're definitely probably not hiring there. They recently lost their North American, like it was like a sales lead person, exec. I mean, who's left over there at Tesla? That's always a question. And one way to look at it is, how can Tesla lose so many people and still function? Well, if their main goal, I'm talking about Tesla here and Elon Musk, is to pump up the stock, you actually don't need that many people. You just need Elon. Like their function isn't over there isn't to like make the best cars and most awesome stuff out there. It's really just to pump up the stock. That's what it ends up being. And Elon, they got their earnings reports coming out on Wednesday, and he's going to try to convince you and do some sort of song and dance and how everything is going great. So he'll start putting out this stuff in the media. Tesla CEO Elon Musk back to, quote, sleeping in the office ahead of this earnings this week. And, everyone's like, oh, yeah, great. Sleep in the office. You're doing fantastic, Elon. And, there's been a lot of calls for Elon to step down because essentially, guys, if you're the CEO of a company, that's what you want people to do. Be CEO of the company. Don't just go run off and do all these other things, all these extracurriculars. And how many people out there can split your time for multiple things and 100% focus, but he can't. That's the whole point. The problem with Tesla though is that much of the stock is tied into Elon Musk's reputation. Like it's a meme stock, right? It's all a bubble. And so what happens if like people don't like Elon? And that's sort of what you're seeing. And now you have real competition and real competitors in the EV space. It's real, and Tesla doesn't come out with anything. And then it's really interesting. He burnt his bridges in DC, Washington, DC. Trump people are trying to get rid of Elon Musk contracts. It says Trump aides discussed ending some SpaceX contracts, but found most were vital. So this is an interesting one. So they actually want to cut his contracts, but they can't do it quite yet. Elon Musk has embedded himself in the government. He lives off basically corporate welfare, right? So get as many government contracts as possible. And this is why Elon Musk is the biggest hypocrite in the world, is because he's always talking about cutting services to just regular people. But yet, he the billionaire who wants to blow up rockets over Mexico, throw debris in Hawaii's water, that kind of stuff, he gets a ton of money on your tax dollars. It's right there. And then it's no wonder that people are looking into like, dude, what are you doing? Because he's got a lot of influence. And so you'll get these kind of headlines of like how nuts Elon is. Has Elon Musk built a Nazi chatbot? Great. That's the topic of the day. Musk X says it won't cooperate with politically motivated French probe. That's what his quote. He's calling France politically motivated. But the problem is if your algorithm is so, reaches so many people and you keep expanding your, influence, and are you manipulating kids? Are you manipulating voters, right? And that's why France would crack down on this kind of stuff. And this is also in the middle of the trade war with EU and the US, because basically this would be one of the leverage points. You can start going after American companies for too much manipulation, right? This is also another headline. Elon Musk AI praised the mustache guy, right? You guys know who that is. Now he wants it to teach your kids. Great. That's exactly what we want, right? And I'm making a joke again because like obviously I think any sane person would realize that this whole Elon Musk stuff, I mean, he's got to go. And the question is like, how soon can we get him out the door? Elon Musk, so his quote, we're going to make Baby Grok, that's his AI chatbot thing, an app dedicated to kid-friendly content. Oh, really? Okay. And this is what his fan accounts say. Doge designer says, oh yeah, instant favorite in every family home. One of the YouTubers says, great idea. That's the Mark Ryan dude. Nick says, awesome idea. Would be great for educational purposes. Okay, great. Tesla owner, that's a fan club of Elon Musk. Seriously, it's a fan club. Much needed. I have to let my kids use the app right now over ChatGPT. The Dark Knight, they say stop. These are more negative ones. Enslaved says, is Baby Grok going to teach kids how bad Israel is? Dr. Jack, more supportive, says, one day Baby Grok will replace teachers. Okay, great. Studies show kids being taught by AI at their own pace will outperform their peers with traditional sit down and the teacher talking at them. I don't know what the heck Dr. Jack's talking about, but he's saying, yes, let's replace teachers. And this is kind of what Elon Musk talks about also. He wants AI to run everything, replace teachers. He wants, AI to be your robot buddy. He teaches, or he he preaches that kind of stuff all nonstop. And again, it's no wonder that people are looking into Musk companies because, you know, if you're promoting a bunch of, you know, right-wing conspiracy theories, stuff like that, and anyone who logs in your platform, like, what's going on with your algorithm there? You know, he has a tremendous amount of power, and that's why France would be looking at this kind of stuff. It matters. It says here, the Paris prosecutor's office said they had not asked for user data, although it did ask for access to the algorithm. That's key. In a letter to X dated July 19th, it added that another inquiry was underway over whether X had allowed brands to target advertisements to users based on their political views, a practice prosecutors said was illegal in Europe. Musk company claimed the inquiry was, quote, instigated by a French lawmaker, Eric Bothereau, who is a member of the President Emmanuel Macron's party, Renaissance. So this is a fight over how your algorithm works, and some of the things you might be doing is illegal in Europe. And again, this is the kind of stuff to where the Trump people go out there if they say, oh, you know, we need to deregulate and we need to let companies do whatever they want. Like, is that really what you want? Do you want companies to do whatever they want with your data? Do you want to be manipulated? Do you want your kids to be manipulated by stuff you see on social media? And algorithms, guys, it is actually a big part of our world. So this is the bread and butter of a social media company. Obviously, X doesn't want to give that up. But from the French point of view, you want to know, how does this thing work? And are you pushing out messages to people that are harmful any number of ways? Now, Tesla, because we talk about the money stuff, you got to include it all together. Tesla is really struggling. And so what they're doing right now is they're offering incentives to try to get people through the door. So that's going to be a big hit on their margins, right? You guys understand this stuff. If you're offering, was it 0% financing or free supercharging or whatever, that basically means you're hitting the bottom line in a negative way. So I guess they got lease incentives, veterans benefits. They're trying to give you trial of their full self-driving thing that has been falsely advertised. Okay, now they're saying you can transfer it between cars, and they're also trying to give you more connectivity for a 30-day trial. And this is a true story too, to sort of distract you from the failings of the company. They opened up, I guess, a diner in LA. They've been working on this thing for a while. They got the fan accounts commenting about it. So this is from Bradford. Bradford says, maybe I'm a bit raw right now. This touched me as a profound moment. And that is Optimus, right? The robot giving popcorn to kids. So this is a profound moment for a Tesla fanboy, that the robot is giving, you know, popcorn to kids and effectively taking Americans or people's jobs. Right? Let's get that robots working as hard as we can, and let's take everyone's job away. Good job, guys. And this is Elon Musk. He's playing video games, so I guess he's on the Soft Max Diablo Hardcore. So if you're into video games and Diablo, you can let me know, and you can cheer on Elon Musk. And he wants to expand now his restaurant empire. It says coming to Starbase. I think that would be then Texas. So if you're doubting Elon's ability to distract you, this is right here, guys. We're building a restaurant empire. And I guess we're going to shift from selling cars to now selling restaurants. You got your fan accounts out there. So this is the Tesla Diner. It says cane sugar sodas for $4. Okay. Coca-Cola, Diet Cola, lemon, lime, root beer, orange, black cherry, or a cream. Milkshakes are $8 at Elon Musk Diner. Vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. And you can make it a pie shake for an extra $4, apple or pecan. So if you want to go dine with Tesla and Elon, I guess they got some screens of big rocket ships. No, seriously, that's what it is. It's like big rocket ships and stuff like that. And hang out with other Tesla fan boys and fan girls. You can do that in LA and maybe Texas coming soon. But I honestly think this is really, really serious for Elon, this case in California, because losing your license to sell cars there, that would be a massive hit. And the other one would be if the French thing goes through and all the EU countries are like, hey, we're banning Twitter, or we're going to put a massive fine on you. Again, another major hit. So want to hear your guys' thoughts on this stuff. I do appreciate your time, and I'll catch you on the next video.